This is the 3D VIEW-MASTER cartoon favorites, the Flintstones in Beasts of Bedrock. Fred and Wilma Flintstone. Fred and Wilma are an average suburban couple of the Stone Age. They live in a split-level cave in the town of Bedrock, the seat of Cobblestone County. Fred is a dino operator at the Rockhead and Quarry Co. Wilma keeps busy with the usual housewifely duties. Stoneware parties, taking soiled skins to the local rock-a-mat laundry. Pebbles, a red-headed charmer. Pebbles Flintstone was delivered by a Stalkosaurus. Bamm-Bamm, strongest youngster in the world, that the Rubble's son is Pebbles' best friend. Barney and Betty Rubble. Barney and Betty Rubble live next door to the Flintstones. The neighbors are best friends, but they often argue about broken cave cleaners or bets on the dinosaur races. Fred and Barney hatch great schemes like cornering the stone monetary market or having Fred elected president of the YCMA, Young Cavemen's Association, when the two heroes get into trouble. Betty and Wilma step in and drag the caveman home. Dino. Dino the Flintstones' pet dinosaur followed Fred home from the rocking alley one night, and the little dinosaur soon became part of the family. A top graduate of Bedrock Beasts Obedience School, Dino has never been much good as a hunting dinosaur. He's too gentle. Dino is happiest when chewing on a brontosaurus bone. Every man needs a dinosaur, says Fred. VIEW-MASTER Reel 1. The story. Picture 1. Oh, Fred, what a good idea for a Sunday drive. A trip to the wildlife refuge, squealed Wilma as she climbed into Flintstone's rock-wheeled convertible. Picture 2. From the back seat, Betty and Barney Rubble agreed. It's great to have a day to ourselves and leave Pebbles and Bamm-Bamm with a sitter. But Dino, the pet dinosaur, didn't want to be left behind. Some of his uncles still lived in the wildlife refuge. Picture 3. Fred was the first to spot a sleeping Dragonsaurus. Hey, hey! Wouldn't he make good barbecued steaks? Rumbled Barney. Just then the dragon breathed a few fiery flames. He wouldn't be the entry at anyone's barbecue. Picture 4. Next, Fred mounted a friendly-looking dinosaur while the other three met a weird-looking bird. Wilma thought the bird might make a fine pet for Pebbles, but Barney remembered seeing one like it at the zoo. Picture 5. If he isn't an endangered species, he will be if Pebbles and Bamm-Bamm get hold of him. Picture 6. Meanwhile, Fred's dinosaur had had enough of Sunday drivers. He bucked Fred off and began chasing Fred and Barney. Picture 7. Yabba dabba doo, shouted Fred. Run for your life, Barn. This may not be a plant-eating dinosaur. VIEW-MASTER Reel 2. Picture 1. Run for your life, Barn. This may not be a plant-eating dinosaur. Betty and Wilma sauntered through the refuge. Isn't this animal adorable? Exclaimed Betty. I guess so, Betty, but I think we better be getting back to the car. Picture 2. If I know Fred and Barney, they aren't involved with cute little animals. And Wilma was right. Picture 3. And Wilma was right. That friendly dinosaur had chased the boys right into the path of a growling stegosaurus. "Look at those spines, Fred," screamed Barney. "They make Betty's rose garden look safe." Picture 4. Grrr! Fred was terrified. Maybe his bark is worse than his bite. Just like my boss, Mr. Slate, thought Fred. Then he said in a friendly way, "Hi, I'm Fred Flintstone." Picture 5. Grrr, grrr, came right back. Fred's friendly greeting hadn't worked at all. Into the dark cave, Fred ran for protection. Picture 6. But the cave turned out to be the cavernous jaws of a crocosaurus. Picture 7. What a long way to the ground, and what a heavy jaw to hold up. VIEW-MASTER Reel 3. Picture 1. Fred was desperate when a covey of pterodactyls flew by. A bird is Stone Age man's best friend, remembered Fred. Picture 2. Out of the mouth of a crocosaurus onto the feet of a pterodactyl. And Fred was safely on the wing, still hanging onto pterodactyl feet at a high altitude. At high speed wasn't exactly the kind of Sunday afternoon Fred had planned. Picture 3. Seeing his friends in the old stone baker, Fred let go as the pterodactyl circled low in his flight. The landing site, right on the spines of that same old ugly stegosaurus. Picture 4. The stegosaurus was tired of humans. With his long, spiny tail, he flipped Fred back into the car. Picture 5. On the drive home, Wilma said, "Won't Pebbles and Bamm-Bamm love hearing about today's adventures?" Picture 6. "I want one of those adorable creatures as a pet for Pebbles." Picture 7. "Not on your life," said Fred. "Not on your white life."